guys, welcome to NothingisOB Golf Podcast. I'm here with a couple of my Fore bros here. I got Jeremy Warford right there. I got Jeremiah Sierra. What's up, guys?
Hey,
How you doing, Andy?
Oh, man, thanks for being on the show tonight, guys. I appreciate it. Jeremy, I have to say, dude, you look so relaxed right now, dude. I've never seen you like that relaxed.
Brother, I am sitting in my home office. That's my kid's desk behind me. But I have one drawer out on my desk so I can prop my feet up on it. And I am just kicked back here. And I'm wearing my Rockstar Lisa Frank pajama pants. You know?
Well, good, dude. Good. I've always wanted to see you just in a relaxed state, you know?
And I try my hardest to relax all the time. It just never happens.
Jeremiah, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. All I want to know is who canceled on you that you had to have me. That's all I want to know.
Well, they know who they are. Hopefully they know who they are. I don't want to, I mean, I know nothing is OB, but, you know, I'm hoping to have them on the show, you know, later on. So I want to make sure I keep that on the DL.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, Fore Bros is one of the groups that we belong to on Facebook. Our boy Odie started it up. So tell me, how did y'all meet up with Odie? Because I know y'all met at different times. So tell me, Jeremy, tell me your first experience of meeting O-Dog.
Me first?
Yeah.
Fun. So it was through the Dude Where's My Par group. And I joined the Texas chapter. And I've known Gordon. I mean, y'all know Gordo.
Yeah, Gordo.
I've known him, God, 11 or 12 years now. And I just see a picture of him with this dude out at GCT. And I'm like, hey, I know you. So, you know, long story short, I talked to Gordon and then ended up getting in touch with Odie. Slody. I saw that, you know, but man, that's how I met, you know, my best friend. You know, it's through golf.
It's a good barrier. It's a good bringer of people. That's how I met my my normal regular 2-man partner right here, Jeremiah.
Oh yeah.
So tell me, Jeremiah, how did you meet O-Dog?
Oh man. So I met Odie at GCT. So I was a member there. And I was going on the second hole and I see this dude walking with his cart, right? And he stops and he's like, hey, just go ahead. I'm trying to learn. Go ahead. And I'm like, man, I have all the time in the world. Let's go together. And he's walking and he's like, well, I'm trying to walk to lose some weight. And I'm like, hey, are you sure you don't want to ride, man? Well, he's like, no, I'm good. So by the 5th hole, he starts looking, those legs are wobbling, man. And I'm like,
oh man.
He's like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, man, you're saying no, but your eyes are telling me yes. And then he hit that ball. Next thing you know, he's like, hey, do you mind if I ride with you the rest of the way? I'm like, come on in, man. And ever since that day, you know, we've been great best friends since then, man. And just been killing the ball ever since.
Yeah, man. Shoot. Jeremy. Oh, Jeremy. That makes a lot of noise, bro. That makes a lot of noise. So
my bad, man.
So if you want to get high on your own time, man. All right.
I got you.
Well, I met Odie, same thing, Jeremy, through Dude Where's My Par, the Texas chapter. And he's like, hey, man, come on out. I got a good group of guys. And sure enough, you know, I meet him at GCT. And this dude is like such a bringer of people, you know, like you can just tell, you know, some people give off that shitty aura or those bad vibes, right?
Yeah.
Like Odie doesn't have those around him, you know, he doesn't have those bad vibes around him. And I'm playing with him. I'm playing with Ray. And you know, it was pretty interesting, right? Because normally I'm like, I play with my guys I play with Jake, you know, another one of our Fore bros, one of my best friends. I play with the guys from the church, from the school, and then I play with my Sunday leagues. And it was just a different group of people. It was really Ray that kind of I had to ride with Ray. I was hoping to ride with Odie. I'm like, hey, I'm the new guy, so I'm gonna ride with Odie. Odie's like, nah, man, you're riding with Ray, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Ray's got a big ass ice chest, and he's down to have fun, and I'm like, man, I can't have fun like that. And so the first thing Ray says is that I smell white women. I smell white women. And I was like this, like, what do you mean? I was like, what do white, I'm over here. What do white women smell like? Right. And they smell like sunscreen. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I was like, that's good. I'm going to use that one.
Oh, Ray.
And so, and obviously Jeremy and Jeremiah, that's who I met you through, is through Odie. And I'm glad he started the Four Bros. I mean, I know we've only grown, but I want you to tell me tell me a little bit about some of the original guys that I have never met before. I know there's one guy, I think his name is his name Ryan, I think, or the one that moved.
Ryan Bickham. Yeah, man. Same thing, Dude Where's My Par. Whenever we had the Dude Where's My Par Texas Open, that's actually where I met Jeremiah at. First round of golf that I ever played with him was at the Dude Where's My Par Texas Open. And Ryan and his dad, came out there and just had a blast, dude. And Ryan's a good kid, man. He's in college right now out in Waco, gonna go do good things in life. So, but good kid, love him to pieces.
All right, Jeremiah, who have you brought into the group?
I don't think anybody. Well, I have my cousin on there and some other guy named Jacob, but they haven't played on the group yet. But I guess we always said our initiation to get on the group, we got to golf with you, we got to drink with you, and if you seem good after those 18 rounds, hey, you're in. But if you're an asshole, you got to get out, man. Like we're not giving you another invite.
Okay, so the thing is, I was pretty surprised by my boy Jacob, because he went out there to, I think, what was it, a Riverbend, right?
Yeah, Riverbend.
He went out to Riverbend to go play with y'all, and I was pretty proud of him, because he's really like he's like a shy guy, and he doesn't really, but like once he gets to know you, you wish he was still that shy motherfucker,
Yeah.
And I was really concerned. I said, man, these guys are going to give him the business. But at the same time, I'm like, good. He needs it. He needs to venture out. He needs it. He doesn't need me there to protect him. And then sure enough, I think y'all had like the longest round ever because of the storm.
That round sucked. Oh, my God.
I think we always have the longest round ever.
That is true, man. But no, like that round, man, that storm came through. There were like 2 or 3 greens where I chipped over puddles instead of putting. Yeah, I was a little scared. I didn't want to take a divot or a chunk out of the dang green, but I may have scolded 1 or 2 trying to do it.
Well, yeah, because isn't that one of your courses, right? That's one of the courses. You're a member there.
Yeah, Riverbend and then Pleasanton.
Yeah, I really like Riverbend. It's a pretty nice little course. I haven't been there except for that one time that we played there. You, me, Odie, and Texas
Colin.
Golfer. Yeah, and Colin. And so I could tell like how good of a course that it was shaping up to be, and I'm super looking forward to playing there again. How is it looking right now?
Man, it is in just immaculate shape. They finally were able to roll the greens to pack them down a little bit. I mean, you can still get them to stick, but let's see here. I guess it was in December 2018, January 2019. Whenever I first started playing the golf again, I didn't hit a golf ball for almost 7 years, and then just randomly picked it up. But we went out there, and I mean, it was a goat ranch. I mean, there were dead spots, and like the cracked ground. That was on the greens. I mean, it was just terrible shape. And then they ended up turning it around, doing a full 180. But it's come a long way.
Well, I really liked it. It has a really good layout, really challenging. And so tell me, guys, leading up to, what's your favorite course in town that you've played here? Jeremiah.
My favorite course in town, I have to say, I like Outstation. That's because it's open. It has a fairway. But I usually shoot pretty good there. That's because, it's kind of wide open and has, a fairway. But if it's another one, I would say Willow Springs, because again, fairway.
Hey, but Willow, a good amount of times, Willow, there's some holes that it makes it a little bit tough there. I mean,
yeah,
I
always go like, all right, if I get through the first and second hole, I'm good, man. Or even the second hole, if I get a bogey or double bogey on that second hole, hey, I'm feeling good, man.
Well, shoot, yeah. Well, the first hole, I mean, you're dead left, at least right if you shank it right. And normally when I do shank, it's right. So at least you're going on to, what is it, number 10, right? You're on hole number 10. And then on hole 2, that long par 5 that dogs around to the right, you're right. I think, hey, bogey, if I made bogey on that hole, I feel good.
Yeah, definitely. After that, it's pretty good there.
Well, I still to this day have not played Outstation. I have not played. Yes, I have not. And so I'm waiting for y'all to take me out there.
We'll have to make that happen. It's
Hell
a good
yeah.
course.
I hear nothing but good things about it. So Jeremy, favorite course in town?
That's tough. I'm a huge Palmer course fan. Hands down, my favorite public course out here is the Palmer course out at La Cantera.
Yeah, that's a good track, man. I think it's super challenging, with some of the tee shots and I guess the elevations and stuff, but it's super scenic.
Yeah, and I absolutely hate number 18 with a passion. It's the one where they have that.
Tough, yeah.
That's a 45-degree downslope. The reason I hate it because my miss is always right. I always hit a draw.
Yeah.
Well, you can't put the carts on the fairway on number 18, and I'm always off on the right side, so I always have to walk, and I'm having to walk down. It's never fun. But beautiful golf hole.
It is. I think the last time I played there, I put it right into the trees, right off of the tee box to the left. I put it right in there, and I'm like, I don't want to drop because I'm already freaking far, right? And so I see it. I kind of like crawl my way in through the branches and stuff, and I find it, and I have to hit it underneath my legs, right? And sure enough, I hit it. It goes like freaking like 5 feet. I'm barely out of the stuff, and I'm like, damn, I should have just took an unplayable lie, Yeah. But everyone always says, oh, just stay inside of, what is it, that tower, right, or whatever, that light tower. Mm-hmm. That's when they say, oh, you see the tower, stay right inside of that. But you're right, 18 is a super tough hole, but it's gorgeous because it's got the clubhouse in the background. It's got that creek to the right. Yeah, that's a great one. Way better than Jeremiah's.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Hey, I like fairway, man.
What about fairways? What about fairways?
Fairways?
Do you like fairways?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
No, well, that's the only time I can get on the fairway when there's another one on the left or right.
Dude, okay, Jeremy. So Jeremiah and I played in this two-man event, right? This two-man event this past week for a cash game. We were at Starkey there in Seguin, and it was 6-6-6. The first 6 holes were scramble. The second 6 were best ball, and then the last 6 were alternate shot. And it was 100. It was 100-man buy-in, and then we had like 3 side bets, right? And so the payouts, and it was full. There was like 40 dudes, right, Jeremiah?
Yeah. I can see Jeremy smiling because he's seen us golf before. So.
But the deal was that you had to be at least a combined 18 handicap, right, or over. And
we were well over.
Oh yeah, we were well over. We're asking. I was like, we're like 20 something together. I was like, can we get some bumps? Can we get a couple pops on some of the holes? And the dudes in our group ended up winning it all. They won it all with a +2. And I don't think, you know what? They were cool dudes. They were good guys, but I don't think they did anything like just like out of the ordinary. You know, like they didn't shoot like a great game. But the thing is, I think they were super, right, Jeremiah? They were super consistent.
Yeah, super consistent. They made birdies or pars when it counted, so that was it. You know, yeah, I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of out of body experiences. I hit a good one, like 240 par 5. Then I asked Andy, "What happened?" I don't know what happened.
He blacked out, and next thing you know,
blacked out for about a minute.
Next thing you know, he was real close to me, and I said, "Dude, you either need to get closer or you need to back up." You know. So Jeremy, and speaking about 2-man teams, I know you and Odie played in one of the golf fellowships 2-man teams that they had. And I think y'all played the Canyons, right?
Yeah, Canyons.
Y'all played the Canyons.
Well,
and I know y'all finished second.
Yeah, well, it's the course. Which one do they have the Texas Open on?
Is it the Oaks or the Canyons?
The
Oaks. Okay, yeah.
So then we played Canyons. We played the other one. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, that was a great experience, man, and it was a fun round. You know, Odie really came in clutch a lot. You know, because it's best ball. You know, you play your own ball, and basically it's
the best score.
Yeah, and the third hole we played, it's a par 3. I think we started on 12, so 14 in that ballpark. You know, par 3, big bunker in the front and on the right that has a, I don't know, probably a 4-foot lip, 5-foot lip on it, and I told Odie, I said, well, I know where I don't want to be, and that's that bunker. I went right in the bunker, you know, and Odie goes, bro, I've been feeling my 7-iron. This is going to be money. And I'm like, get at it, man. And he wasn't lying, dude. I mean, he probably stuck it to 18 inches. I mean, just beautiful high draw, ball landed, hop, stop, you know. And he didn't even get closest to the pin on that. Somebody got it closer than 18 inches. And I was like, oh. But
yeah, I remember it was my buddy. I think it was Robert Powell. Was that the name? Right? Was that? I remember you saying no, because Robert Powell is who y'all were going up against, right? Robert Powell. And Sarah
I think Robert and Sarah were the ones that we lost to in the playoff.
Yeah, I think you told me another guy's name, and yeah, I think, like I said, it was legit. The dude's pretty.
Oh yeah, no, I believe it because I believe you. But that's why I texted you and I was like, hey, do you know this guy? Because there's no way anybody really got it closer unless if they had a hell of a good shot. And you were like, nah, man, he's an honest dude. And I'm like, okay, cool. You know, like I was a little booty hurt there for a minute. I really was, until you confirmed that he's legit.
Well, like I said, I mean, when I see him, I'm going to ask him about it. I'm going to put some heat on him.
So if y'all would have saw my name on there, would you think it was legit or?
Dude, I would have even called the congressman talking about how bad you're lying.
So tell me, I know y'all scored really well because Jeremiah and I played at the previous one, or in the Oaks, and what I like about it is that they do take your handicaps into consideration. And for that, like Jeremiah, I'm not saying I'm a better golfer than Jeremiah, even though I do constantly take his money all the time. And but he got like more pops on certain holes, or when I didn't get pops. And I guess when the round was over, we didn't realize like how close we were, to being up there.
Dude, we were the same way. Like literally Odie, myself, then the two dudes that we were playing with, and they were just great people, man. Like, I mean, we got lucky with the pairing. They were just good people. I mean, we were parked down by the pro shop. I mean, literally packing up our bag, and we were talking about going to the bar and having a few drinks. We didn't think we were in it at all. And then what's his name? Harry. Yeah, he shoots me a text and he's like, hey, y'all are up on this playoff. There's like 6 teams involved. And I was like, what? So I start looking, and Odie had made 2 birdies, gross birdies, you know, and I had shot 1 over, so we were 1 under combined, right there with the group, you know. So next thing you know, there's 7 teams teeing off on number 1's tee box for a playoff hole.
So I know y'all took second. So break down how y'all were able to. I know because I know you played 1, and then I know you went to 2, but it didn't go any further than 2.
No. And man, God, I love Odie to pieces, man. And number 2, I'll get to the hole number 2 here in a second, but on the first playoff, it was funny because we pull up, and I'm just a short little tattooed up leprechaun, man. And
hey, dude, you're taller than me, man. So I'm like, I thought Odie said. I said, Odie, I thought you said this guy was tiny, man. This dude's like, you tower over me.
yeah, half an inch.
but it's a big inch.
Well, we'll save comments on that one for a later time, Andy. But so and it's funny because then they're looking at Odie, right? And Odie's just a big grizzly bear, and man, we were the last group to tee off, and I get up there, and I mean, I absolutely just roped it, man. And I kind of pulled a dick move, not trying to. Whenever I hit it, I lost the ball. I couldn't see it, but I knew it was going straight, and I knew I had roped it. So I just bent down, grabbed my tee, and walked to the back of the box.
Badass.
And Carrie, well, no, I mean, like, I was kind of playing it like I was, but my eyesight's just not there. That's all there was to it. And Kerry walks up to me and he goes, you're pin high about 2 feet off the green, right? And I said, nope, I never saw the ball, Kerry. And he goes, yeah, dude, like you're 20 yards in front of everybody. And I was like, cool. I hit it good. And, Odie gets up there and he has his Mo Norman set up, and these guys are just kind of looking at him all goofy. And bam, he's 15 yards, in front of the green. I think me and one other person outdrove it. That's it. And they were all like, what the hell is going on here? So I almost made the eagle chip. I got a little aggressive and put it about 6 feet past the hole. And just made a good putt coming back and made the birdie. And that's whenever Sarah and what's Robert. Your friend's name? Yeah, Robert. She made her birdie, so we advanced to the next hole. We were the only 2 that birdied it. And I get up there, and I felt really bad because I get up there, and during the actual tournament, I hit my ball way out of bounds off to the left. And of course, I get up and I'm like, okay, don't go left. I went left.
You need to use some reverse psychology with you.
Man, I know. Like, and tell me about it, man. And so Odie just looked at me. He's like, I got this. And I said, fuck yeah, heck yeah, man. He gets up there, just ropes a drive just off the fairway on the left, but he's up against a stump. He's this far away from a stump of a tree that had been cut down. And Odie goes, man, how do I play this? And I said, brother, don't mess up your club. Aim it out to the right, and, just try to make contact. And whenever he did, the ball shot out to the right, hit a rock, and then kicked back about 15 feet down on the left. But now he had a decent lie. And, and I had to drop right at the entry of the fairway. That was the rule that they had. And I smoked a 3-wood. So I'm sitting, I'm laying 3 at about 115, 120 yards out. And Odie gets up there, pulls out his 5-wood, and he goes, low hook, this ball's going to run a mile. And he did a low hook, and there's a sand trap on the right that kind of looks like a ramp that goes in, and it, has a big lip.
Comes up with the lip.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, he did it. It was a low hook. That ball was moving 1,000 miles an hour. And I was like, oh, that's going to get in that bunker. Darn it. Come on, ball, go. Dude, it hit that. It went like this, went up that ramp, and the ball just took off. I think he was laying 40 yards out from the green. Man, he chipped up to about 3 feet, 4 feet, and he would have made his par. but Sarah drained about a 20-footer for birdie and won the hole.
She's a stud, man.
She is, man. I mean, I think out there, her drive, the two drives that I saw her hit were at least 270, 275. And I mean, her short game was just awesome. It was incredible to watch, man. She's good.
And you saw that she won a Symetra Tour event, right?
Yeah, I did. And that's why, Odie and I, like, we were talking about it a few days later, I guess, after we found out who she was, and both of us said, I don't mind losing to her. Like, I'm okay with that.
Nah. She's kicked a bunch of asses and taken a lot of names.
Oh, yeah.
Now, being in those pressure situations, Jeremiah and I, we played back in September. We played in, what was it called? The Cowboy Roundup?
Cowboy Classic, yeah.
Yeah, the Cowboy Classic. There in Bandera, the Fly Nell.
Oh, yeah.
And the first day he tells me, he says, hey, man, don't play so good, because then they might keep us in this division. But if we just play okay, they'll move us down one,
You sandbagging. You sandbaggers.
We're in the first flight. And I told him, I said, bro, I don't know how to turn it on and off. I said, I don't know how to do those type of things. And like Jeremiah said earlier about out-of-body experiences, I had just got the Maverick and he gave me a hazardous smoke shaft. And dude, I was piping him like crazy, dude. And I had a whole out-of-body experience like the whole day driving the ball. And I think I left my game out there that first day.
Yeah, you were driving that ball well. Yeah, I got some memories about that.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you, Jeremy, like I had never seen Jeremiah play the way he played that day. Like those 2 days. I'd never seen him play like that.
And then we lost by 2 strokes.
We lost out of the money by 2 strokes. Yeah, like by 2 strokes. And like let's put it this way, like after the tournament is over, we're like, damn, we can't wait till next year,
Well, that's awesome, man. Like that keeps you wanting to come back for more, obviously. But turning it on, turning it off, and leaving it out on the course always sucks whenever you're like, oh man, yeah, I'm ready for tomorrow. We got this. And then you get up there and you just can't hit the broadside of a barn. Yeah,
that was pretty much me.
Yeah. I know exactly how it feels.
Driving back home.
That's why I'm glad we made a stop at Dairy Queen. He needed a dip cone to calm him down.
He got that ice cream. Okay, I'm fine now.
Yeah,
he's like that dip cone. He's like, all right, Daddy's good.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is being in those pressure type situations. That's one thing when I started this podcast that I ventured into more, playing more, side cash games, money games, skins, matches, not huge money, but just where you have a little skin in the game to where, hey, not to where your kids ain't going to college or anything like that. But
hey man, if you're as cheap as me, if I'm playing for $1, I'm pushing.
Well, shoot, man, so you get these different feels than when you're just playing like a 4 bros round and nothing's on the line, right? And that whole day, that whole weekend, Jeremiah and I, we just kept scratching, clawing, and fighting like all day just to like save par. And the one good thing is that he would have a bad hole, I'd have a decent hole, and vice versa. Like we would really pick each other up, because the one cool thing about that tournament is that I've heard it called several things. I don't know if it's a shamble or a Florida scramble, to where you both drive, you take the better of the drives, and you play your ball out from there. And so we really picked each other up that whole tournament. And I think that's what he said. I mean, and I even say it, he didn't play to the best of his ability as what we've seen Jeremiah play. But the thing is that didn't stop him from competing. That didn't stop him from grinding it out. And I'm sure in the golf game, that term grinding it out means so much means a lot to everybody in the game, And that's one thing that I give Jeremiah. Jeremiah, I give you so much credit because like we grinded it out, man. Like we fought, we left it all out there. But he made a damn good caddy, though. I'm gonna tell you that much. He made a good caddy because my reads on the greens, like these greens, some of the greens were freaking flush, but I'd say about 14 of the damn greens, they were burnt. They were spray painted. So they were running fast, not because of the grass, but because there was no grass.
Yeah, no grass at all.
You're putting on the cart path, basically.
Yeah, man, and Jeremiah, man, he read some damn good greens, dude. And I'm just like, and it came down to where we were on hole, what was it, hole 9 or hole 10, right? Hole 10?
Yeah, hole 10.
No, is it 1? It's 1, the par 5.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, it's a par 5. Jeremy, have you played the Flying L before?
No.
Okay,
No,
it's very similar. It reminds me of a lot of Buckhorn and Valor Creek. Like it's, hey, hill country type, wide open type course, right? Well, it's a par 5. And shoot, man, I text my family because we stayed out there that weekend too. And I text my family to come out because it's by our little cabins that we're staying in. And so my wife and my oldest daughter are out there like hanging on the fence, watching me, right? And Jeremiah's like, I guess my family don't love me because they're not out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, man, I don't want to be picking at some old scabs over here,
Yeah, so we're driving up, right? I'm thinking my family's gonna be there. I'm like, man, I hope I don't fuck up this hole. They're gonna see me. My son's gonna be like, damn, my dad sucks. Or my wife's gonna be like, this guy plays this much golf and he sucks. Like he's doing something else.
Hey.
So they don't even come. And then Andy goes and he's like, all the pressure's on me. My family's looking at me.
All right. And so I'm putting for birdie. I mean, I have like a 5-footer. It's like I think it's like a left, or Jeremiah says it's a left to righter, probably breaking about 4 inches. And I said, no, I think it's a little bit more straight. Well, shoot, I put it, Jeremiah goes, okay, bro, hey, put what you see. Well, shoot, I put it, I missed it low. And sure enough, I said, hey, bro, I'm sorry, man. I missed it in front of my wife, in front of my kid. And I said, you know what? Like, they were like, oh, come on, babe. And I'm just like, Daddy lets you down. Daddy lets y'all down. And so after that hole, I was like, hey, bro, I'm sorry. I'm never doubting you. All right. Like, whatever. If you say it's this way, I believe you,
Yeah. I highly recommend that tournament because I was telling Andy, I mean, even though I didn't play good or, we didn't win, it was like the best experience because every time you can go play, you can take your family with you, your kids, your wife, and they're having a blast, while you're playing a tournament, meet them at the swimming pool. And, it was like the best feeling. It had, you know how it is, you go play golf and your wife or your kids are like, damn, daddy's gone again or something like that. But like,
daddy's gone for an 8-hour round.
Yeah. But it was like the best weekend ever. Like the kids had a blast. My wife had a blast. It was a good tournament, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, and I'm sure we have some young kids right here. Look what Jason put. Jeremiah is a hell of a putter.
Yeah, but hey, Jason, he would be better if he had a Tommy Cameron.
Is that what he has? A Tommy Cameron?
Long story behind that. I'll let him tell you.
Okay. Hey, all right. That's what I want to hear. And well, I'm going to tell you, it was an awesome experience. And putting yourself in those pressure type situations, those are things that those are feels that you can't normally get when you're just kind of goofing off or just playing a round for shits and giggles. And so that's kind of like, I know y'all are like, I know some of y'all have, you did some crazy things when y'all served in the military and, y'all did your time. And I'm sure golf for y'all, like these little pressure situations are like nothing for you, but it's a different type of pressure.
It is. And to be honest with you, in my opinion, it's not even really comparable. I mean, just because, how different everything is. The pressure situations, I've always dealt real well with them. And that's just from, playing golf as a junior with my grandfather, the man that raised me, the man that put me into the game. And You know, I remember I grew up out at Northcliffe Country Club. I mean, John Clay all the way to John Wilcox, and then so on and so forth. And thanks, Jason. So, and I remember one time where I said, I don't understand how people freak out on the golf course. You know, I was probably 11 or 12. You know, I'm just this cocky kid out there. And he was, what do you mean? And I said, how do people miss 2-foot putts under pressure? Like, I just don't get it. You know, what is, you know, how is there so much pressure that you can't make a putt? So he actually threw a ball down 4 feet away, and he goes, I'll give you $1,000 if you make this. And I said, what? And he said $1,000. And I got up there, and I think I missed it by, I don't know, a foot. I mean, it was just terrible. And he goes, don't talk shit unless you know what you're talking about. You know?
No, hey, that's pressure right there. He instantly put the pressure on your ass right there.
Yeah, and then, you know, and so I started kind of working on, you know, the pressure plays, what I needed to do. And hole 18. Have you ever played Northcliffe, Andy?
Yes, I marshaled out there, dude.
Oh, okay, got you. So
love you too, bro. I'm waiting for a stogie from you, man. Waiting for a stogie for you.
So, you know, it turned into number 9, but it used to be 18. You know, the one where the green's right off the back of the putting green.
Yeah, the green's right back off of the clubhouse, and it's got that little rock wall, that slight elevation.
Yeah, so I got my first lob wedge. I think I was 9, maybe 10, and I was right up against that rock wall. You know, and I mean, I was probably chipping for par, birdie, or either birdie or par from back then. You know, it'd take me 3 shots to get it up there at least. And I looked over at my grandfather and then my Uncle Russ, and I said, hey, if I hold this flop shot out like Phil Mickelson, you got to give me $50. And my grandfather goes, I'll give you $100 if you just shut up and hit the ball. I hold it out. And
so did you parlay that into like 150 or what? Did you?
No, those cheap bastards never paid me, man.
You took it to the grave, right? You took it to the grave.
Well, it was funny because, I mean, my Uncle Russ, I've never heard my Uncle Russ say a bad word. He's never cussed or anything. And I couldn't see the ball land on the green. I just knew I hit the shot I wanted. And he looked over at my grandfather and goes, you're fucking shitting me, right? And I was like, what? And I said, did it go in? And Papal just walked off the green, never said a word. Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting to have some of those stories. I don't have any of those stories yet. My stories end in heartbreak, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, man, I've been playing, you know, Northcliffe, God, I've been going out there ever since I could walk. You know, I mean, my grandfather would take me out with him with the MGA, would play out there Saturday mornings. You know, then you know Jack Mitchell if you marshaled.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, dude, he was the Marshall Nazi, man. He was tough out there. The dude was tough.
But it's funny because before he was a marshal, he was the one that old Bulldog Tommy, the old marshal, was always yelling at. You know, I mean, those in the good old days. And Jack Mitchell, he always, in his golf cart, he had a picture of a female golfer bending down to pick up the ball up out of the hole, and her skirt rised up. And that was mounted in his golf cart.
Because he had all this kinds of shit all over. It was like an old 1960s, 1970s bathroom, you know, like, it had all this little decor. He had like the beads, like the little beads that go on the seat, you know, that go like on a car seat.
Seashells everywhere.
Yeah, man. It just like, I remember he picked up his seats, and he had all his balls and like some cigars and lighters and stuff right there. And I was like, damn, this dude's a G.
Oh yeah.
Now it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame what happened to Northcliffe, because I marshaled out there, and I like to think that's at one of the times where my game was at its best. Then I would play 18 holes, 27 holes, 36. I would just stay out there and play all day, because my wife told me at the time, we just had our first child, and she said, hey, golf is an expensive habit. You need to try to afford it. And I was like, shoot, like it's almost cheaper to do drugs. You know what I mean? And and so golf is an expensive sport, and so that was the one way I knew how to do it, and it was awesome. It was an awesome experience. I think at that time I worked there, it was like 2008, 2009. They had an awesome superintendent. That course was looking awesome, and then when I went back like several years back, it was looking bad, and I felt bad for Dave Roberts, who is a friend of mine. I interviewed his son on one of the last podcasts. Because he put his heart and soul into that thing, and a lot of guys gave him a bunch of shit for it. And because I'm like, hey, you know what? You're only the golf pro. Yeah, I mean, you can only do so much, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not his funding that's going into it.
Yeah,
He's not out there the one flipping on sprinklers and having to deal with the city permits for water and so on and so forth. That's kind of where I feel sorry for pros, because they catch a lot of shit for stuff that's way out of their hands.
Now, Jeremiah, I know Jeremy saying Northcliffe was one of the courses he grew up on. That's one of the courses that I kind of honed my game in as you were growing up, and I know your older brother was a big part of you getting into the game of golf. What was one of the courses that you were able to play as you came up? Was that Flying L or another course?
Flying L, and there was this other one. I forgot what it was called. But Willie Nelson used to own it, and it was in Bandera. But it was this one course that we used to play it. There was 2 courses in Bandera, but mostly Flying L. And he took his time to try to show me and stuff, because me growing up in high school, was football, baseball, and I looked at golf like, yeah, that's an old man sport. I don't want to play golf, man. And so I focus more on baseball and football and stuff like that, and play golf now and then. But once I got, older and stuff, and football and baseball was gone, then kind of got, that next competitive thing was golf. Like, okay, they're betting for money, or that first feeling you get when you get in a tournament and everybody's looking at you like, oh shit, But after that, I love that competitiveness, and got my brother to show me some tips and stuff like that. And he's still showing me tips, because after that Flying L tournament, he was, giving me pointers.
I posted some of those pictures, man. I was like, this guy, your brother is like, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Yeah, and he taught his son. His son can ball and stuff too, and. You seen him at Utopia, a 14-year-old out driving all of us, and it's like, oh shit, yeah, Day, man.
Yeah, Jeremy. Have you ever played with his brother before?
No.
Hey,
no.
His brother is a solid golfer, and then his nephew Day, man, this guy's a freaking stud, man. He's just a stud.
He's 14, and then like he's a bull rider. He's the starting running back as a freshman at high school. Like, this dude's on another level. I'm like, man. But he's going out. They'll both be at the Buckhorn tournament, so I'll introduce you to them, Jeremy. They're really good people, man.
Oh, I bet, man.
Yeah, man. And that's one thing about the game of golf. Like Jason's saying right now, am I the stogie guy? And I'm like, well, shoot, man. I'm like, you brought out, the first time I met him, he brought out all the tools, and he's over there cutting, have the different type of cutters and lighters. And I'm like, oh, this guy's a cigar, aficionado over here. I'm like,
no, he's also Jason, the bicycle guy. Now,
is he really? Is he the bicycle guy?
Yeah, dude, he just bought like a 14-year-old, like a Huffy bicycle meant for a 14-year-old. That way he can try to impress the girls down at McAllister Park.
Oh man, I have one. I'll go riding with you, Jason. I'll go riding with you. It's a dyno series. It's awesome. I do some tricks.
No, just wait for it. You'll see a comment. No, he just bought a really awesome mountain bike, and he's getting some exercise in, and he's doing good with it.
All right, guys, as we talk about this competitive itch, I said in the description, Jeremy, you're the top dog of the group here. Now, you've passed your PATs. Your what is it? I'm sorry. What do PAT stand for?
Player ability test.
Okay, there you go. Player ability test. and I know you attempted to qualify for the Houston Open last year. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that qualifying experience?
Oh man. So, Odie and I went out to, it was being held out at Comanche Trace out in Kerrville. Odie and I went out for our practice round, and I think I shot 4 under, man. I mean, I was on fire, dialed in. And even whenever Odie does give you the wrong yardage and you overshoot a green by 30 yards. No,
I did hear that when we were at Olympia. I heard that.
Oh,
story.
yeah. So, and I had it dialed in. We were out at GCT the day before the qualifier, and I had it dialed in, man. I was on fire, landing the ball where I wanted to, working it left to right, right to left. I get out there, and the first hole, I smoked a 3, and it was funny because I was playing as an amateur at the time, and the 2 guys we got paired with, one of them was a stud, dude. He played for Florida. He was already in Q school. He had dropped out to pursue other stuff, but I mean, he just 6'2", built like a brick house, man, and just launched a golf ball a mile. The other guy, I think he had played on the tour like 10 years ago. And, they see me and they're like, oh, great, we're paired with this guy, right? Well, I get up there and I probably smoked my 3-wood, maybe 290, 295, and I was about 10 yards past both of them. Hit a wedge up, and I don't know if you've ever been out there at Comanche Trace, but every green is 3-tiered. And,
no way.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, huge. We're talking anywhere. Some of them are 4 feet. Some of them are like 8 feet drops, man. And I hit a beautiful second shot, sucked it back down off the top tier onto the second tier, lipped out a birdie putt, made par. Next hole, smoked another 3-wood right down the pipe. Ended up a little short in the bunker. Hit a perfect bunker shot at the top because it was a 3-tiered. Ball checked up right by the hole and then sucked all the way back up. Man, I was 20 feet off the front of the green. So I got a double, and I'm like, okay, cool. A double, I can make that up, right? Next hole's a par 3. Put it to about 15 feet. 2-putt made my par. I'm coming on to a par 5, which I had eagled in the practice round. And I went driver 6-iron into it. And I was like, okay, this is where I get those strokes back. And I mean, you've seen me. I hit a high draw. I'm a lefty, so a high ball that comes back, starts left, comes back right. That's just how I like to play it. That's my miss. My miss is to the right. Man, I hit this ball so far left, it hit one of the houses out of bounds. Oh. So I got pissed off. I'm hitting number 3 off the tee, and I'm like, I can still make par. And Odie will verify this. My next drive was 340 yards. I mean, just absolute bomb, man. And I'm like, okay, cool. Pull a 6-iron in. It didn't draw back. I ended up in the bunker on the left, and I shanked like 3 of them into the trap, and then I sculled one across, and then I sculled one back over the green. Then I chunked another chip, and I ended up 2 feet out for an 11, and I missed that, so I made a 12 on that hole. And then from there, it just, and I withdrew after the front 9.
Wow.
Yeah, it was no. I take that back. I withdrew on hole number 11. I played number 10, and because at this point I'm like, well, hey, I don't get to play this golf course because it's private, so I might as well just have fun now, right? And that was a selfish thought process because, number 10, I ended up draining like a 60-foot putt to save my par. And then the next one, I hit one out in the hazard, dropped, hit another one in the water. And I looked over at Odie and I said, man, I got to be ruining these guys' round. And it's not right for me to do that, And he was like, yeah, I wasn't going to tell you to throw in the towel, but I think we need to throw in the towel.
So are you looking to try to qualify again?
Yeah. After whenever things kind of go back to normal, and it's more of an option, because honestly, for me to ever compete at a high level like that, the only way I could ever do it is to go through a Monday morning qualifier or something like that. I don't have the time, and with the family to go to, try to go to Q school, Corn Ferry, anything like that. I don't have that option at the moment.
Yeah, that's the one thing Jeremiah and I were talking about. I said, man, said Jeremy is by far one of the best players I've seen. I said, one thing I do want to see, Jeremy, and I'm hoping to see it one of these days, I want to see you in the zone. I want to see you, like, I know I'm probably not going to see that against, playing against us fuckers, that we can't freaking hold a candle to you. But that's one thing I want to see. I'm dying to see. I'm dying to see you like in like a decent sized cash game where there's some stakes and something's on the line, and I want to see you like, I want to see you at your best. That's what I'm waiting to see for.
But Jeremiah caught a real good glimpse of it 2 or 3 weeks ago out at Buckhorn. I'm not going to say I was in the zone because I was still chit-chatting and hanging out and drinking some beer with the boys, but I shot a 65.
Yeah, and he was, eating popcorn, off my belly.
That was some damn good popcorn.
Did you have some hair? Did you have to pick out some hairs, Jeremy, or what?
I don't pick them out, dude. It doesn't gross me out. They just go down with the popcorn, bro.
It's flavor, right? Extra flavor.
Yeah, exactly. It tasted like Head and Shoulders or Irish Springs.
Yeah, Jeremy was on the zone, man. He was making, I think he made 2 eagles. I don't know how many birdies, and you could see the glimpse where he was, focused, but it wasn't helping that I was, shit ass drunk. Fucking up his game and shit, but yeah, he was in.
When are you not though, Jeremiah? When are you not though?
Well, that's my superpower,
Look, hey, and I will give this to Jeremiah. One thing that the Army's done for both of us is given us a borderline immunity to alcohol. As what I mean by that is. There's no happy median. It's either we can drink 12 and be fine, or we can drink 12 and you end up like Jeremiah on the golf course.
A really cool ass dude. So I guess that's a plus for some people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. One of the comments, Fore Bros. What is that? Well, like we stated earlier in the show, Fore Bros is a group that one of our buddies Odie started. He's pretty much the ringleader. It's kind of a breakup of Dude, Where's My Par, Texas chapter. And tell me, guys, are y'all big fans of that Dude, Where's My Par?
I have fun with it, man. I really do. I like seeing all the roastings. I don't partake in a lot of it, but it's a pretty cool group. I think what Andrew's done is genius. I mean, he took a group, just a startup, and now they have 100,000 members, man.
That's true. He's got like he's made a little militia, out of it. Yeah. But nation, and now, like, I know they're in different countries. Some are different countries. Yeah.
Yeah, I think 70,000 of the 100,000 are here in the U.S., but there's approximately 30,000 members that aren't in the U.S., that are UK, and then you got Chaga. Chaga is in Africa, and I mean, I love watching his posts, man. He's awesome. He's hilarious, dude. I love it. He's like, today I'm wearing my tiger red, it's Sunday. Tomorrow, I'm dressed like Phil. It's like, hell yeah, Chaga, get it.
And see, and that's the thing. I think one thing for me is I've learned a lot from the roast that I've seen on there. Oh, yeah. I'm like, and but Jeremy, you stand out though, man. Like, hey, I think God gave you a gift outside of golf. Like he's giving you the gift of gab. Yeah, yeah. Like you're real damn clever out there. You're real clever. You stand out. You stand out more than the thousands of comments out there.
I'll take that as a compliment, man.
Oh, it is. Jeremiah, that's his superpower.
Yeah, that is his superpower.
All right, guys, getting into something a little bit lighter that I ask all my guests on the show. Favorite golf movie out there? Jeremiah, go for it.
I'm gonna have to say Tin Cup. I like Tin Cup. Because he
That's
has
only
like,
because you like romance movies and chick
yeah, I like
flicks.
the romance, the love,
The passion, the desire.
passion.
And Rene Russo's pretty hot.
You gotta finish strong, like I told Andy on Saturday. Like on Saturday, I make a good shot, and I'm like before I fucked up, then I make a good shot on that part. There's a part 3, like 2:15 or something like that.
Nobody
And I
asked you, Jason. Shut up.
That's right. That's right, Jason. Sorry.
but no, yeah, Tin Cup. That's one of my favorite because it got drunk, had a good time.
Seven iron.
Like, if I fuck up, I'm gonna either fuck it, I'm gonna get my handicap high. If it's gonna go, let's go. Come on, man.
So
right.
I'll tell you what,
Jeremy.
that makes one of the what Jeremiah just said, that makes him one of the hardest guys to play against in some of these tournaments because he'll play in some of these leagues and just do terrible, piss poor performance out there. His handicap's like an 18, and then the next time you go out there, and he's like, "Yeah, bro, I shot a 76." I'm like, "Oh, that's an awesome 54, fucker! Like, way to beat us."
Yeah, it varies. I can shoot you 100 on a good day. I'll shoot you an 80. It depends, what mood or what I'm waking up or how many diapers I'm changing in the morning.
You're very diverse in the game of golf.
Yes.
All right, Jeremy, favorite golf movie?
Man, it is a tie for me between Caddyshack, I grew up watching it, and then Happy Gilmore. As most guys that play with me know, during our fun rounds, on number 18, I always hit 2 off the tee. One of them's a regular shot, one of them's a Happy Gilmore. The second one, and I don't ever play the Happy Gilmore, it's just for fun. But I mean, I'm a huge Adam Sandler fan. I love Happy Gilmore, and Shooter McGavin is one of the best golfers to ever play the game. So, it's fun to watch.
Hey, man, he's pretty tough, man. And he's real tough. He's real tough out there. He eats pieces of shit for breakfast.
You eat pieces of shit for breakfast? No, man. And it's funny because like whenever Matthew Wolff came out on tour, right, and he got his first win. After that first win, people were saying, "Hey, you're going to see other tour players like Phil Mickelson off in the woods practicing the Matthew Wolff swing, just like Shooter McGavin did with Happy Gilmore, man." And I died hearing those, man. God.
Well, trying to do the Matthew Wolff swing, how he has his little startup. Man, I messed up crazy, and then after trying to mess with it a while, I'm like, you know what? I can see why his golf coach didn't want to mess with it, and I'm just like, everyone has their little quirks and their little things that they do to get their swing going, and so. I'd say that was a good coach. At first, I'm like, you know what? It's like, hey, like all these coaches wanted to change it, and then the one that he's still with is like, no, we're not going to change it,
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, man, he is sneaky long. Like watching him play. What was it? It was him, Rory.
Oh, they played in
Ricky.
Seminole. They played in Seminole, that charity event.
Yeah, that charity event, and they did the longest drive out there, and I think he won it 375, 376 yards. Whoa. Like, I didn't realize the kid could hit the ball that far, man. He is sneaky long.
Well, a lot of people say that about you, Jeremy, that you're sneaky long.
Sometimes.
All right, guys. One of the last things they said, I'm sneaky wide. That's what they really say about me.
Yeah. I was just about to make the same joke, but I didn't think it was the correct platform, but I was wrong.
All right, this is the platform. All right, guys. One of the last things I ask everybody on the show, who are you playing your final round of golf with? Who's your last foursome?
Ooh.
Who do you think, Jeremiah?
Me, it will be my brother for one. My other good buddy, his name's James Kirk, and he introduced me to the game as well. Odie, because I need the beer, and And then I'm gonna say, Arnold Palmer.
The
Those
drink
are
or the golfer?
Both.
Both. Bring the drinks, Arnold.
All right, Jeremy.
Man, it would have to be long girth. Jeez.
Long girth.
Dude, I'll tell you what, these little pop-ups are fun, man.
You know what? I just started using this new streaming service, and it's really cool. It's StreamYard, and it's really neat. And it's given me the capability to not have to be on site, especially in this COVID times.
Yeah.
It's made it to where, hey, man, we could just be with a click away. It made it happen tonight for us.
Oh yeah, no, I like it. It would have to be my pops. He introduced me to the game. Obviously, as a kid, raised me. And then, my uncle. And if we're gonna throw out, it would have to be Phil. Phil Mickelson, for two reasons. A, I'm a right-handed lefty. He's a right-handed lefty, and we both like to talk a lot of shit.
I just counted. I think I had a fivesome.
Hey,
Yes,
there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with the fivesomes. I can't remember what guest it was that did it on there. He's like four threesomes. Hey, I'd say that's a good life. That's a damn good round right there.
Yeah.
I remember one of the guests I had on there, and he said, "I'm gonna have a fivesome," and I'm like this. Well, shit. Nothing is OB, so I guess I guess a fivesome. But then from that point on, everyone, mine's gonna be a fivesome. Mine's gonna be a fivesome. And so I can't remember who did that first, but I'm like, man, you're the one that gave everybody the damn idea for a fivesome.
So, sorry, Odie, you're out. I mean, Arnold's in, man. Sorry.
Hey, you need a bear winch too, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, guys. Well, hey, man, I appreciate y'all being on the show, guys. I know we didn't tap in a little bit into who each of y'all were personally, but Jeremy, if you just want to let everybody know just a little bit about your personal life before we get off tonight.
No, I'm just playing, man.
Dude, come on, man. You got a beautiful fam, man.
Man, I'm happily married. I don't know if my wife's happily married, but I'm a happily married man. Father of two. I have a 2-year-old, a 7-year-old. Just busy. I work in the school food industry. I'm a regional manager for a company that delivers fresh food every day to different schools throughout the state. And, it's basically all family and golf, man. That's just who I am. That and hot rods. I'm a hot rod guy. Unfortunately, being married to my wife, I don't have a hot rod anymore. No, hey, man, whenever I met my wife, I had 2 crotch rockets, 2 Mustangs, and a pickup truck. And now I have gone, dude. Now I have a pickup truck, a golf cart, and a 0-turn lawnmower.
No, she has a pickup truck.
She's got the pickup truck.
Oh, hey, no, she don't want my truck. You saw her new Forerunner, right?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, no, she don't care about my truck. Mm-mm. No,
all right.
And dude, I haven't even been able to drive that damn thing.
All right, Jeremiah, tell everybody just a little bit about yourself.
I like long walks on the beach, candlelight.
Oh,
never mind. No, I'm married, got a beautiful wife, got 3 kids. Believe it or not, I got a 25-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1-year-old. Yeah. Believe it or not.
Oh, trust me. I think everybody on here believes it.
Those are the only kids that you know about, though, right?
That's
true.
I
think there might be some in Korea, Iraq. They probably got beat. They came out looking like me.
But I'm laughing because I believe you. I'm laughing because I think you're being truthful without trying to be truthful.
No, but I work still, in the military, but for the Air Force now as a civilian, training, the PJ Special Forces and trauma and stuff like that. But also golf and family first, golf, and then work, and then but that's pretty much it. You know, a lot of people think I don't have a job because I'm usually out golfing all the time, but I do.
Hey, well, I'm glad you came on the show and you said you have a job. So you know what? This is all public record. So now you've just really let everybody know that you actually do work.
Yeah, I actually do have a job. Yeah, I know they think it's bullshit.
All right, guys. Well, hey, man, I can't wait till we can get another Four Bros golf outing. I know Jeremiah, like Jason said, I missed your birthday, but I'm hoping to make it up to you. All right, I'm hoping to make it up to you.
Yeah. That one was a good time at Buckhorn. There was one for the books at least.
Oh yeah.
But that was a great time. It's going to be a great time this weekend, but you're going to Houston, so
It's going to be
another one.
It's going to be a great time. I mean, I'm luckily enough. I'm going to be playing with one of my buddies, Feek, and my buddy Eric out there. We're playing a Fazio course. It's called Carlton Woods out there, and apparently I looked it up. It's pretty legit. And then I'm playing at a private golf course called Blackhawk, and so I'm pretty psyched. I'm like, you know what? They wouldn't let guys like me in there, and luckily enough, I got some guys that are close to being like me that are members, and so you know they're gonna have to take me back in through the employee entrance, but I'm gonna still get in there.
Sneak you onto the course.
Before we go, I want to thank my sponsors, Nothing But OB and Fore.
Nothing but OB. Well, thank you, man. It's only back here. There you go.
But they're not. I'm still waiting for my checks, though. So you know.
Oh, there it is. Just keep it on you, dude. Just keep it on you, man.
Heck no, dude. I can't wear this Yankees crap.
Just keep it with you, though. Just keep it with you, man.
Hey, I pulled it out of the closet and put it over here and already forgot about it, okay? Like, I'm looking at it right in front of me.
There you go. Look, right there. See? Carlton Woods is fire right there. It's fire. Well, good. I'm glad they got me on. Well, hey, guys. Thank y'all so much for being on the show, guys. I appreciate it. I love y'all guys. Four Bros for life.
Whoever canceled on you first of all.
No, I'm telling you, you're not gonna find out. You're not gonna find out.